Guys, welcome to Taste to Explore. My name is Darlene, and on this episode, my friends, we are making a rib eye steak right at home, delicious like you wouldn't believe, and how super easy it is to prepare it. Now, there are different ways to season it up, but today I am going to do a really simple and easy way, but don't get it twisted. The seasonings that I'm going to be using, it's very simple and basic, but the flavors that this will impact would be absolutely amazing. You're not going to miss any steak in a restaurant, and preferably it is way better to make it at home. It is much cheaper than it is to go eat out. But even though that's a wonderful treat, don't get me wrong, I love to eat a good steak out in a restaurant. But when I can make it at home, I prefer that too. So right now I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious rib eye steak. Bone in, super easy, comes together in the flash. And now there's nothing to it but to do it. So now let's begin. Right here I have a 1 pound bone in steak. I have here 1 tablespoon of salted butter, but you can use unsalted if you prefer to. I have 1 tablespoon, and over here I have simple seasonings, which is salt and pepper and granulated garlic. Of course, you will measure this according to your taste because it's just that simple and easy. Now, yes, the seasonings are very easy for this recipe. I mean, it's super simple, but the steak has so much wonderful flavors going on here. And then when you choose a steak, choose it wisely. The bone-in steaks tend to have a lot of flavor and a little bit of fat marbling, whether you prefer to eat it or not, really does packed with flavor in it. You can definitely discard it, but choosing your steak wisely will allow your steak not only to have a nice juicy interior, but it won't be dry. So that's how I like to choose my steak. A little bit of fat marbling, it really does coat the steak really well. It makes it really nice and juicy. Alright, so just mix all your ingredients together. Super simple. A foil down here just so that way I don't dirty a dish, which is not necessary. So now let's begin in mixing our seasonings together and season this bad boy up. Alright, my friends, so after you clean your steak and you pat it dry, because it can't be so wet, you want to make sure that the flavor does penetrate into the steak. We are going to spread this lovely simple mixture all around. Be generous with it because you want your steak to have excellent flavor. Nobody likes a bland steak. I know, I sure don't. So good. So now I'm going to flip this on to the other side. Okay, so after you flipped it to the other side, you do the same thing. Alright, my friends, so after you finish seasoning your steak up really well, now what you want to do is just pat it. Make sure that everything is well seasoned. And you want this to marinate while your pan is getting nice and hot. I will let this marinate for about 20 minutes or so just to make sure that everything is coated, everything is penetrated well. You can definitely season this overnight in the refrigerator. And before you pan fry it, you want it to sit out just to get to room temperature, maybe around 20 minutes. You don't never want to fry up, pan fry a particular protein right from the refrigerator. You want it to try to get room temperatured just so that way it doesn't seize up and shrink. Alright, so let's begin. So my friends, I am using a cast iron skillet. You don't have to use that, but this is a great conductor of heat. And I want a lot of heat going on to this baby right here because the way I'm going to cook it, I want a nice sear in the outside, but I don't want it to be dry in the inside. So you can use whatever pan you got. I am going to put in my butter right now. Okay, and now I'm going to put my steak in, and it's been resting and it has a lot of flavor in it. And there you go. Alright guys, so once you put your steak in here, you do not touch it, you leave it alone. It's going to do its magic in this pan. It's going to create an awesome crust in one side, and then we're going to flip it over to do the rest on the other side. It cooks really simply, easy, maybe around 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm going to show you how that looks when it's time to turn. I see you. My friends, it is time to turn this bad boy to the other side, and let me do it right over here. Wow, look at that. Absolutely delicious. Look at that crust. Smells amazing. Alright guys, so after you finish removing your steak off from the pan, you want your steak to rest. The juices are going to distribute better when your steak rests. So what I'm going to do is just put aluminum foil on it. It's going to continue to cook just for a little bit more because the heat is still flowing on the steak, and I'm just going to allow it to sit and rest for a good 10 minutes. Well guys, here you have it. Restaurant quality steak done at home. I had baked a russet potato. I covered it with aluminum foil and baked it for 1 hour. I had some frozen broccoli that I warmed up in the microwave. And then, as you've seen how we done on steak, super easy, super delicious, me comfortable in my own home. Alright my friends, the best part of this video is the taste test. Now you've seen how I made my steak, and I told you already, I prefer a medium well done steak. How you can check to see if your steak is done the way you want it. Well, first and foremost, if you want a medium, not a medium, but you want a well done steak, just poke a hole in the middle. If the center is still pink, obviously let it cook a little longer. Now, as you do know that when your steak is well done, chances are it's just going to be dry inside. That's just the way it is. So cook it according to how you like it, and cut in the inside just to see if it's the way you want it. Now, if it's not bleeding and it's slightly pink, but fully cooked because it's not bleeding, then it's done and that's medium well. And that is the way I like it. So I'm going to do a quick taste test because you see my dinner. That is restaurant quality, my friends. Friends. That was a party in my mouth. Super easy. Super easy. Affordable and delicious. You can't get any better. Thank you once again, my friends, for joining me today in my kitchen. This is super easy. You're absolutely going to love it. Your friends are going to love it if you want to cater to your friends or family. Or yourself. Break the bank, my friends. Make this. Save a couple of dollars. Don't go out to a restaurant if you don't make it at home. You're going to enjoy it 10 times better. Thank you once again for joining me. Don't forget, I have social media sites. Please follow me through. Chat with me. Let me know how your day is going. I love to fellowship with each and every one of you. I definitely do respond back to comments pretty quickly. So be grateful of that. And it's a blessing to have you guys join along with me today. So thank you once again, and I'll see you again. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share this video and subscribe. I see you again. Take care. Bye bye.